I am here.
With the first pick, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State.
Alright Pistons fans, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about the game against the Orlando Magic. The Pistons get their 8th win on the season. Really happy with this game, really excited to talk about this. And we have a lot to get into. So the both worst teams in the NBA came in here tonight. Both teams only had 7 wins, the Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons coming into this game. So very winnable basketball game for both teams. Both teams actually really needed this game because the morale of your team will drastically improve with the W. So both teams really did need a win tonight. And this was a back and forth game through and through to the final wire, man. Very close, and both teams gave a lot of effort. We got to see Franz out there, currently the #1 rookie, or at least projected to win Rookie of the Year. We got to see him out there, and we also got to see Mo Bamba, a possible asset who could come to the Pistons in the future. And I believe Mo Bamba had a very solid game, but I was kind of getting frustrated out there at times because, you know, I just wish the Orlando Magic used him more, because I felt like if he played for a team like our Pistons, and, well, you know, with us having Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham, I feel like if we had him, we would be using him so much more. So it was kind of frustrating to see the Magic not really go to Mo Bamba as much as I felt like they should have. But, you know, besides that, it was cool to see him out there, and seeing Franz, the #1 rookie as well, seeing those two guys, very good. But, you know, before we get into the rest of the video, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal will be 100 likes. Subscribe to the channel and subscribe to my backup channel as well, The Flash Joe Polo, if you are new. Now let's get into this game. So the first thing that I want to say about this game is that I never felt like the Pistons would lose. For the majority of this game, the Pistons had the lead. So for the most part, I never really felt like the Magic had a true shot at winning this game, because the Pistons, for the most part, controlled the game, controlled the momentum and pace of play. This was a low-scoring game, and the reason for that is because both teams on both sides of the floor were very good defensively tonight. And let's start off with the first quarter, man. So I'm in the first quarter for the Pistons. Off the bat, the shooting for us was very good, coming right out the gate, especially with Saddiq Bey in particular. He made a 3-point jump shot, and then he had a layup. So Saddiq Bey scored the first 5 points of the game for us. Then we had Killian Hayes and Hamidou Diallo both hit a pair of 3-pointers. And the Pistons took an early lead against the Orlando Magic. The offense was flowing and clicking, and, you know, early on in the game, we were really on it. Now, I will say this, I took a note in this game, something that randomly popped in my head, and it was about Killian Hayes. You know, I'm typically really positive when it comes to him, but, you know, Killian tonight, a note that I took and something that kind of frustrated me is that Killian doesn't play like his height. Okay, and what I mean by that is Killian Hayes is a 6'5" point guard, and tonight he was going up against Cole Anthony, who's what, 5'11", 6 feet, if that. You know, seeing Killian Hayes pass the ball and not really be aggressive when he's going up against a tiny, small Cole Anthony was kind of frustrating, because it's like, dude, you're 6'5", he's 6 foot. You should be bodying him, trying to drive past him every single play. And I know Killian Hayes is very young right now. You guys know I'm positive for him, and I know he's going to develop his aggression in the future, but it just was frustrating to see him not really attack to the hole when he was being guarded by a small, tiny defender in Cole Anthony. We also in the first quarter really struggled to get rebounds due to Mo Bamba. His presence down there in the paint was felt throughout the entire game. Cade Cunningham in the first quarter, and just in general with this game, had another rough shooting night. In that Memphis game, he had another rough shooting game as well, until he picked it up later in the second half. And tonight, he never really picked it up in terms of his shooting. He continued to struggle there. So another rough game for Cade Cunningham. But later in the first quarter, towards the end of it, thankfully our defense began to pick it up again, and we forced a lot of turnovers and converted those into points, which had us having the lead heading into the second quarter. So in the second quarter, we had the return of Cory Joseph, man. And honestly, I was really pleased by the play of his this game. He was a floor general tonight offensively, and then defensively, he was communicating as well, directing guys, telling them, you know, where to go, and doing a solid job against the Orlando Magic. So, you know, overall tonight, I was really pleased with the defensive effort and the communication of Cory Joseph. The Orlando Magic in the second quarter, they began to miss a lot of their jump shots, and we got a little bit more of a lead in the second quarter. Now let's move on, heading into the third quarter. Coming out the gate, Hamidou Diallo attacked. Really good scoring performance for him. I believe he finished with like 16 or so points. I may be wrong with that, but it's in that range. And it was mainly because what he did at the start of the third quarter, attacking to the rim. Good job, Hamidou Diallo. Isaiah Stewart, he had a play where he basically dunked on like 3 people, which was insane. And then another note that I took, which was frustrating me, was yet again Cade Cunningham and Killian Hayes. I don't know why they do this constantly. I guess it's a point guard thing, because I guess I do see this often in the NBA, but it was just frustrating to see those 2 guys. They would drive to the baseline and then jump in the air and just turn the ball over and over again. I don't really know why they do this. I guess that's just a part of them, a part of point guards in the NBA. I don't know, but it's just weird that I keep on seeing them driving to the baseline and then jumping in the air and forcing a bad pass. I don't know why they keep doing that. I see a lot of point guards in the NBA do that often. I don't know what that is, but I wish it would stop. But moving on to my next point, late in the third quarter, our offense began to shut down a bit. For some reason, just shots weren't falling late in the third quarter. And then the Magic, they went on a bit of a run, and then it became a back and forth game. The Orlando Magic got their first lead of the night late in the third quarter. And moving on to the fourth quarter of this game, it started out with the Trey Lyles show, man. Trey Lyles, he had a dunk, he had a layup, and then he had a mid-range shot over Mo Bamba. So in the third quarter, it started out with Hamidou Diallo, but in the fourth quarter, it started out with Trey Lyles. The battle in this game continued between both teams, trading bucket after bucket with each other. Dwayne Casey decided not to go with Killian Hayes. He decided to go with Corey Joseph late in the fourth quarter. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about that in the comment section below. And then I want to move on to the final play of this game. Well, not the final play, but the play that won us this game. Isolation play for Cade Cunningham, then a screen set by Corey Joseph. Cade drives to the rim and passes it to Hamidou Diallo, and he slams it home, and that was the end of the game. Beautiful play. Thank you, Dwayne Casey, or whoever drew that up on the sideline, because I get so annoyed when we're in late game situations and they always want to do something fancy. You don't have to do something fancy all the time. Something simple, pick and roll with Cade Cunningham, pass it to a wide open Diallo, and that's ball game. So that's basically everything, man. I guess quickly I'll give some props to Gary Harris. He was killing us from the 3-point line tonight. Sadiq Bey had a very solid game. Diallo, as I mentioned, and Trey Lyles. And yeah, man, I would just say a very good win on both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively. The Pistons as a team got the W tonight. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank you all for 4K, and I'm out.